What's up, guys? Renasant here. Welcome back to the channel. So, unfortunately, our last episode we had to cut short. There was something that came up. Basically, somebody was knocking on my door, and I had to figure out what it was. And it was the city telling me to not park on my grass. I don't know, weird stuff. As you can see, we haven't moved. Like I said, sorry for cutting that episode short. Again, you come over here, you notice a lot of sound right there. Something suspicious going on. What could it be? Well, just trying to make sure there's no illusory walls anywhere. And indeed, there are not. Not right here, at least. So there's actually nothing going on right here. As much as you'd like to think there is. Because you can hear all those creatures, right? Like, so it just really makes you wonder about all these walls right here. There is, in fact, an illusory wall, but it's not over here. Alright. So that's actually it for this little area. This little bonfire area. So we're actually going to go back down here. And we're going to, if I can remember how to get there, we want to get back to our main room, I believe. Like I said, this place, going through it initially is not bad, but going through it after that, which that's the way we just came from, is a little mazy. So that's why I like to put prism stones down, but I didn't feel like doing that this time because it takes so long. Hello, friend. Again, you can start chopping these walls just to make sure, but shouldn't be anything over here. There we go. So back to our main room here. Remember, that is actually the way forward right there. But there's actually one more direction that we haven't been yet. Before that direction, obviously. That's this way right here. Hello. Big rats, huh? That's fine. You can't make this jump, so just be prepared for Rat City when you get over here. And I do mean Rat City. There we go. A little nuisance, aren't they? They were all just chilling right here, by the way. So after we get our rat queen and her little children down, we have two paths here. We can either go down there, or we can proceed over here. And we do actually want to come up here first, I believe. Hello, Mr. Rat. And you'll notice, if I can get past all these guys. I don't, yes, okay. Illusory wall right here. You'll notice we're now on the other side of this thing that looks suspiciously like Chaos Witch Quelaag. And we are going to get another Pyromancy Tome. A Pyromancy Tome of Quelaag containing her unique spells. These pyromancies can only be taught by a female master. Give to a female pyromancy master to learn Quelaag's pyromancies. The sole surviving witch of Izalith once accepted a human pupil, but after the pupil moved on. She never took another. AKA Salamine of the Great Swamp. AKA the player character from Dark Souls 1 as well. So now this part I'm not a fan of. We will go ahead and get that item. Really the only way to do this is to use heavy fire resistant armor and pop a red bug pellet, and we'll try to get those other items over there. But for now, we got the Toxic Mist Pyromancy. Unique Pyromancy of Ingi that never gained currency in the Great Swamp. Driven from the Great Swamp, they say that at the end of his journey, Ingi happened upon a virulent poison and a young lady. I guess I can't pronounce that word. Virulent. So he happened upon the other sister of Chaos, who also looked like this, basically. Ingi, he was a member of the Great Swamp, or he was part of the Great Swamp, but he did some sketchy stuff developing these pyromancies that he shouldn't have been playing with, basically, and that caused them to expel him. So he had to leave the Great Swamp, basically. So this is the other side of that hole. So I just want to continue down here. And you'll notice this is actually where we were just at, except for now we're going further down. And right off the rip, you'll notice you could hear it. I don't know if you heard it, but there's actually this little area. Yeah, you can see them right there, filled with basilisks. This area. So before we deal with them, we actually want to come back up the stairs and go over here where all of our rat friends are. And it's not right there. It's not right there. Right there is actually an illusory wall with a chest that contains large titanite. Blech, vomit. But if you go behind the chest here, it's actually a second illusory wall, yes. And it'll let us have a little perch to start aggravating these basilisks from. Just because when I say there's a lot, I mean there's like 8 or 10 basilisks down here, which is a lot. Please don't curse me. Oh no. You see the issue here. But I mean, they're very easy to kill. You can kind of corral them where you want them to go. We did actually forget to pick the item up. So let's go back up there. And just drop back down here. We can actually get this item, which is the Izalith Staff. Let's see if we can read that without being attacked. Nope. Alright, we'll kill them all first. It's like they run into their own toxic mist or curse, whatever. Alright, so we got that Izalith Staff. Let's go ahead and check it out. My friend, where are you? Ancient catalyst of the Witch of Izalith and her daughters. Used long before the dawn of chaos and of pyromancy. With the birth of the Chaos Flame, the Flame Witches were at once both sorcerers and shamans. Faith adjusts the power of sorceries cast using this catalyst, and the staff also seems to boost the power of dark sorceries. So we will learn more about dark sorceries later. Some of these tomes will shed some more light on that. But kind of the thing interesting about this is, so effectively what happened was there was the Witch of Izalith was one of the original Great Lords. Obviously Gwyn was the Great Lord, but the Witch of Izalith was one of them as well that took a piece of the Great Lord soul from the First Flame during the Age of Fire. And what happened was, so she had a bunch of daughters, and this is before, I mean, it says long before the dawn of chaos and of pyromancy. So this is before all that even existed. So it says with the birth of the Chaos Flame. So the Chaos Flame, effectively, when they knew that Gwyn was about to link the flame, or before they knew Gwyn would have to link the flame, they wanted to continue the Age of Fire and postpone the Age of Dark. So what the Witch of Izalith did was, thinking that she's this super badass sorceress, which if you play Dark Souls 1, you'll see that she was not what she turned into, but she tried to effectively make a copy of the First Flame. It did not work. It turned into what's known as the Chaos Flame, and effectively but destroyed her and pretty much all of her daughters except for Quelana. It's a very interesting, the lore with the Chaos Sisters and the Witch of Izalith. It's very interesting stuff, in my opinion. Press forward here, and we are going to encounter a dear old friend. Not up the stairs, actually. We want to go this way. Hello? Is anybody home? Oh, Sorig, you're a bad guy. Oh, yep, Iron Slayer Sorig. Oh, great shield, and that drained our stamina. This Fume Ultra Great Sword is a freak of nature. And you can see the stamina inducing. I mean, the poise that this guy has is ridiculous. I mean, look at that. Just poised right through our attack with his. Ooh. He's very slow, and I'm not sure this guy Estes is. I can't remember. There we go. And when he dies, he's going to drop two awesome items. I'm sure you can guess what they are. The Black Iron Great Shield and the Fume Ultra Great Sword. Hell to the yeah. Where are you, my precious? Yeah. Twisted Sword, the heaviest of all Ultra Great Swords, resembles black slate. This weapon, said to belong to a trader from long ago, was so heavy that it found no owner and became a forgotten relic of history. Oh, this thing. So cool. Boing! Oh, that poke is standard great, ultra great moveset. Problem with this thing is, as you notice, 50 strength requirement. Of course, we can wield it two-handed, but yikes. And then, of course, the famous Black Iron Great Shield. Great shield made of black iron, deeply feared for its association with Night Slayer Sorig. Black iron offers high defense and is particularly effective at warding off fire. Not as good as our curse ward, a little bit lighter, but worse stability too, which that's the main thing that you want to go by. God, 77. Whew, that thing is ridiculous. 80, okay. Well, now you're just being silly. I wonder too if we were to take that off. Ooh, we're gonna be so close. Let's see. Ah, come on, hold on. Let's see. We can do this. Worth it. This thing is a freak of nature, this Great Shield of Glory. 80 stability. Like, defense-wise, it's not as good as some of the other ones, but stability-wise, yeah, it can't be beat. Like, straight up. Just can't be. Now, unfortunately, we have to go back into this cesspool of lava. We'll probably end up using all of our stuff here. Let me see. Hold on. First of all, let's put that on. No. No. What am I doing? So we want to eat another red bug pellet. And then oh, it was a trick. Sacred Flame. Oh, we're gonna make it. Ooh, we barely made it. Come on, Sea Brews. I have a lot of these because I had a friend give me some. Just because I like them. They're fast. They drink faster than Estus do, believe it or not. So we got out of there all that for the Sacred Flame. Pyromancy taught amongst savages. The flame burrows inside foes and ignites. Originally, it was used in a ceremony for cleansing sacrificial impurities, thereby lending the spell its name. As barbaric as it seems, this may in fact be quite fitting for the savage pyromancers who consider themselves servants of the divine. Trash. It's not very good, honestly, but whatever. We got it. Now we have one Estus left, a couple Sea Brews. That's okay. We don't have much farther to go in this area. So notice over here we have a Black Knight. We don't really want to fight him on this chasm. Primarily because if he drops an item... Oh, that's not my shield. If he drops an item, we don't want it to fall back into the fire down there. Which he didn't. But no worries. Go ahead and get your soul. Alright. Now time for the longest climb in Dark Souls 3. There's a ladder in the DLC that is equally as long, probably, but I don't know. This one feels longer because it's actually 2 ladders that we have to climb. And as you're climbing, towards the top of this ladder at least, you'll notice there is a... Or no, it might not be the top of this ladder. It might be the top of the next ladder. Yeah, top of the next ladder. So keep climbing, because just keep climbing, just keep climbing, just keep climbing, climbing. You'll notice an item right here that you definitely want to grab because it's a really good item. The Dragon Rider Bow. So many people probably missed that item if I had to guess. Longbow of the Dragon Riders, who served the old King of Want. The Dragon Riders were the old king's royal guard, and great strength was demanded of them. Merely drawing this bow calls for inhumane strength. The worthy few who can master this bow, however, use it to devastating effect. So a little Dark Souls 2 lore there for you. It's actually not a great bow, even though it says inhuman strength. It's like it requires 19 strength, bro. It's not that much. But yeah, you can actually just jump right down here. You will take a little bit of damage. So just continue on your merry way here. And you might hear something familiar, and you might see it too. That frickin' ballista. Yes, we are at that ballista that shoots at us. That's fine. It won't hit us. Just run to your left immediately. Disregard everything I have taught you. I was not fast enough. It shouldn't hit you. Drop down here, get your bones. And then sally forth. There's a couple enemies in here, but nothing too serious. Some bone wheels, which, as we discussed many episodes ago, are nowhere near as dangerous as they were in Dark Souls 1. You don't even have to go fight them if you don't want to. And I don't really even recommend it, honestly. There's no purpose. We do want to fight our skellies. Go ahead and handle them. Now these guys, they're a pain. Remember, these are the Karthus soldiers, Karthus knights, whatever you want to call them. They're not grave wardens. Many people think they are, but they're not. They're totally different. Please don't bleed us out. There should only be 2 of them. And hey, look at here. The freaking ballast, man. Cut that mug off. Like, Jesus Christ, cut that thing off, please. Once you cut this off, it stays off forever. Thank you, Jesus, Lord and Bacon. And you can see there clearly was like giants operating this at one point in time, but they didn't make it. Really good view of Demon Ruins right here. Even though this isn't even the area, right? Like, all that crap we just traversed through is the real area, but... And this area, honestly, a lot of fans don't like it. And I 100% know, like, I can tell why. Like, it's obvious why people don't like it. It feels really incomplete. It feels really, I don't know, just lackluster. Kind of barren once you get into all those caverns and whatnot. It just, I don't know, it doesn't seem very entertaining, to be honest with you. Really? You're going to aggro on me from way over there? By the by, this place is packed full of crabs that can apparently hit me from right there. And you know what? I'm going to be a little baby about it and just shoot you right here. I don't know if I can do that. It'll take way too long. Go ahead and jump down and get all kinds of dope kills on that guy. So you do not need to fight all these crabs, but there are some items down here that you will definitely want to pick up. And the crabs just happen to be guarding a lot of them, or a couple of them. So you'll notice over there, there's not actually anything going on over there. These crabs just want you to think there is. Bro, I got a great shield. You can't hurt me. Disregard. You can hurt me. I mean, it's like their timing is impeccable, I swear. Oh, you don't want to fight 2 of these guys at the same time. Trust me. That's the last thing you want. Old Sea Brow. Like I said, you don't actually have to fight these guys at all. You can just run through and get the items. I don't think there's any item over here, but let me check just to be 100% sure. Don't want to miss something for you guys. Fairly certain there's not an item over here. Oh my god, I hate these crabs, man. No, there's not an item over there. These crabs, on the other hand, are guarding an item. And it's not over here. I'm just trying to confuse them. Oh, come on. Haha. Run! Don't look behind you as you're doing this. Chaos Gem. And you might think, oh, what a pointless item. Chaos Gems are kind of hard to come by, so. Oh, Lord, are we free from this prison? Like I said, this area is just kind of like, eh. To a lot of people. I mean, I'm definitely not the only one that thinks that, but... Alright, alright, alright. I think that's about it in this area. So we're actually going to use the coiled sword fragment and go to the shrine bonfire. And since our last episode was a little short, I'll probably cut this one short too, just because. But we do have quite a few new things. Nothing for you, unfortunately.
Ashen one.
Nothing for you. We do have an Estus shard for you. And that is actually going to be our final Estus shard. So we, just got the achievement, Ultimate Estus. We have locked it out. Also, we got an Undead Bone shard, which conveniently is our last, cannot kindle any further, last bonfire. So we have 15 Estus shards plus 10. Very good, very useful. Now we did pick up a couple chaos, or a couple pyromancy tomes, so let's go talk to Cornix first.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I am pleased to have a pupil as dedicated as you.
Yeah, man. Take the Izalith pyromancy tome.
What have we here? A pyromancy tome from Izalith. Then you found the home of pyromancy. Brilliant. I will never curse being old and undead again. Now, show it here, quickly. Let us channel them together. The primal pyromancy is known only to old Master Salaman.
Known only to old Master Solomon, except for the fact that he learned them from Quelana. So, will you take Quelana's pyromancy tome?
Ah, what have we here? By the gods, this inscription reads, Quelana, the ancient deity, one of the witches of Izalith. The last of them who wandered the lands. Then she must have returned to Izalith after all. But I regret to say, I cannot accept this. Quelana's pyromancies are for witches and must be learned from a mistress. But thank you for allowing me to peer upon such a thing. If only I were a woman.
Oh, if only. So if you remember when we read that last time, when we picked the tome up, it specifically says a woman has to be the one to teach it, or a woman will be the one to know it. So, but he did take the other one, and we are glad that he did, because he has some awesome new pyromancies. I don't remember which ones. I think it's great. Yeah, Chaos Storm is definitely one of them. Art of the Flame of Chaos from Ancient Izalith erects multiple chaos fire pillars in the vicinity. Chaotic flame melts even great boulders and creates a brief surge of molten lava on impact. The all-engulfing chaos flame eventually formed a tumultuous seedbed which birthed the twisted things known as demons. Yes. Let's see if there's another Izalith one. that might be, unless, yeah, this one might be it. Are of the Flame of Chaos from Ancient Izalith hurls a great Chaos Fire Orb. Chaotic melts, creates resurge. Burned the Flame of Chaos, but it devoured them along with their home. Yeah, so these two.
Do not be gone.
And luckily, we have a broad over here that will
Yes.
accept this.
Oh, another pyromancy tome, have we? Quelana, Witch of Izalith. Well, this is a fascinating pyromancy. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies.
That's right, because you're the only one that takes them.
Little lad, you.
Alright, so now we got some good stuff. Rapport is the big one. So if you remember a couple episodes ago, I told you pretty much the best area in the game to farm enemies is those golden wing knights on top of the Grand Archives right before you fight Lothric. This is the spell that you need for that. Rapport. Advanced Pyromancy of Quelana, a daughter of the Witch of Izalith, charms the enemy, making them a temporary ally. The living are lured by flame, and this tendency is elemental to the art of pyromancy. Yeah, true story, bro. So that thing, super useful. That's what you want to use on those golden knights, by the way. Firestorm, we also got. Primal pyromancy taught by Quelana, a daughter of the Witch of Izalith. Surrounds the caster with multiple pillars of flame. The raging storm is indiscriminate, such is the intrinsic horror of the flame. Awesome pyromancy from Dark Souls 1, by the way. Fire Whip, another primal pyromancy taught by Quelana. The caster manipulates the flames at will, making this an extremely difficult spell to use. It is at once the knowledge of controlling flame and the knowledge that control is impossible. And then we had read all these, I believe. Forbidden Dark Sorcery. Remember, these are all the ones that, what's his name wouldn't take. Cornix wouldn't take. We'll come back and buy most of these. We can go ahead and buy Deep Protection, though. We got this from Wolnir's boss room, actually, these spells. That's like 20, 35. Yeah, we don't have enough souls right now. I'll have to farm a little bit. But there's one last thing we want to do, I believe, before we end this episode. I'm going to show you how to get there, if I can remember myself. But after you don't necessarily have to do it after you finish that area. Let me see. We'll just go here. You don't necessarily have to do it after you finish that area. You just want to make sure you do it after some point after you fight the old Demon King and have. Remember, I told you had to summon Cuculus. Do we have the Hawk Ring already? But I can't remember. Yeah, we do. Where is my Leo? Oh, I know where it is. I missed a ring apparently. But yeah, you want to make sure Cuculus lives. Because there's some interesting... Are you really chasing me? There's some interesting armor that we would like to possess. That you can only possess if Cuculus lives. I don't think I'm going the right way, though. Sad to say. Leave me alone. Alright. Yeah, this is not the right path, unfortunately. Let me take these Sea Bros off my inventory before I end up using them all. It'll be really salty. Because a Sea Brow is one of the things that you will trade to the crows to pickle pea and pump a rum. Oh, there's an item we missed over here. So this is why it's always fun to go back to old areas. Because there's items you could potentially have missed. And now, you know, I mean, these areas are friggin' cakewalks, right? Like, they're nothing. Oh, goody. Some Titanite, just what I've always wanted. It's been so long since I've done this. I'm trying to remember. This is our witch lady right here, yeah. So that's fine. Should be an area I can like drop down. Maybe I have to go through here first. I'm sorry guys, it's been so long. Die, all of you. Bruh, the stability on my shield is too dope for you. 100%. Like, don't even try. What are y'all doing over here? Y'all are over here making all kinds of rucket, bro. You know what? I'm at the wrong flippin' bonfire, I believe. Yeah, because there's a ladder right here. Yeah, that's not where I want to be. So get out of there. That's not where we want to be, guys. It's been so long. This episode's gonna end up being about as long as the other one. I mean, about as long as a normal one. Cliff Underside. That's where we want to go. All right, Cliff Underside. Come outside here. We want to go up here. And if you recall, that cage right there is actually where we fought. I mean, not fought. Is where we rescued Cornix from, if you recall. Thanks for the workers' trousers, bro. Those are fire bombs at me, bro. Yes, this is where Cornix was. And here is his clothes with his spotted whip. Oops. Let's see if we can find... There it is. Attire of Cornix, pyromancer of the Great Swamp. In the Great Swamp, it was customary to adorn oneself with articles of nature. Cornix favored the use of raven feathers. Ravens are said to have once been firelink messengers, guiding the undead to the land of ancient gods. And then we also got the spotted whip. Whip mottled with venomous-looking spots, favored by some female pyromancers of the Great Swamp. As its noxious appearance would suggest, damage from this whip poisons its victims, slowly but surely guiding them to their deaths. Interesting. And that is going to do it for this episode, guys. In our next episode, we're going to tackle... we're going to start on probably what most people would consider one of the hardest areas of the game. Not necessarily the area. I mean, the area is extremely difficult as it relates to Dark Souls 3, but primarily the boss of that area. The boss of that area has a very, very bad reputation. Not as being a bad boss, but being a difficult, a challenging boss. So we will tackle that next time, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for me. And we will see you next time. Bye.